We're talking about an economic renaissance. We're talking about a social renaissance. We're talking about a cultural renaissance. But we're also talking about a technological renaissance. So this idea of many of the things we do as a continent, the people of the continent, we're simply always told that these are it's heritage. But many of these things were innovations and technological innovations.
And he started at that point the struggle for the liberation of this country. So at age 17, he had been banned from school. And at age 19, he was running through Zimbabwe, Botswana, Tanzania, and eventually ended up in England in exile. So this country rejected him. So President Mbeki first tried to join the ANC at the age of 10. So it was at the age of 10 when he realized that our country is going on a wrong direction and nobody else is going to solve that problem. So he himself had to say, I want to be part of this liberation movement that will free our country. People are going to be hanged. So part of the first responsibility of President Mbeki was to go around the world asking for the support from everybody in the world to make sure that these leaders of our struggle, including his father and President Mandela, are not hanged. One. So you guys are the representatives of that Africa that is one, of that Africa that is strong, of that Africa that must talk within itself, of that Africa that must trade. America are told all the time, here we are the people that are at school, we are the people that are at university, we are the people that are at work, like you are doing. Our responsibility is to restore the glory of Africa.
All of them, 80 from South Africa. I stand for the young people. I stand for Africa. I don't stand for government as an individual. I stand for what is happening or what I want to see for the betterment of the young people in our continent. I should right there.
Host, thanks a lot. Let me say first of all, thanks a lot to the Universal Green Organization for bringing us all together here. And for this excellent initiative that you have undertaken. I don't know if anybody among us here knows Lake Manyara in Tanzania. Two people do. From Tanzania. At some point I noticed that Lake Manyara was shrinking. So I asked the late President Ben Mkapa, and may his soul rest in peace. I said to him, President, the Manyara is shrinking. Why? Because there had been all this talk about climate change. And he said to me, I'll come back to the explanation. And then I noticed that Lake Chad was shrinking. Again, climate change. So I then decided to read up about Lake Chad. And you can see the pictures, the satellite pictures. 30 years ago, Lake Chad was like this. 30 years later, it's like this. Climate change. No, it wasn't. It's because of the growth of the population around the lake in the Lake Chad basin, particularly Nigeria. A lot of the rivers which used to flow into Lake Chad were being diverted for agriculture in the neighboring countries. So it was the water flow into Chad which was resulting in the shrinking of the lake. Here, similar problem. The problem around Lake Manyara is that again, because of population growth, people started planting around the hills around Lake Manyara. Result was that during the rainy season, water flows down the hills It was silting, Manyara. That requires greening. So I'm giving you projects. We've got Lake Chad in Chad. We've got Lake Manyara in Tanzania. And then we've got the rainforest, the Congo Basin, that area, the DRC, Gabon, and all of those areas. Because part of what's happening in a number of those countries, Cameroon, is unlicensed logging. They're cutting down the trees, loggers, unlicensed. So there's no regulation. Areas where black people live must be as forested as any other part of the country. That's another task. But fortunately, I'm very, very glad I've got the Universal Greening Organization as an African organization to take care of the greening of our continent. But welcome and then well done. Congratulations to everybody.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Africa was president. So the ones who are mentoring to replicate that program. That's why we address issues of trees and water in the basins. So, but also to ensure that here in Africa or South Africa, the issue of green canopy.
As we had said at the beginning, for all of you, this is home.
You follow me.
And this tree is a symbol that you have been here. So you can tell future generations when you come here that you were part of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Stewardship 2025.